My name's John Rusnick. I live on 2930 East Turney, District 6. It's nice to see that well, I won't say my councilman, but my council person is here, Sal DeCiccio. He hasn't been to any of the meetings that I've been to since May, since I've been out of town for a while, celebrating my 80th birthday, my 62nd high school reunion, my Navy reunion. So I've been gone quite a bit. Well, we met with him, I think it was May, maybe early part of June. He would not look at any of my information on the dust proofing. The only thing I got from Sal was everybody violates the law. I couldn't figure that out, but that's his opinion, that everybody is allowed at some time to violate the law. Well, I think ordinances are made to be followed and should be made to be followed, and the council people should follow those ordinances. That's about all I got to say about that. But I think, as we see people leaving here, citizens' request, especially at the end, we don't have any of these chairs completely full. Citizens' request should be a part of the council meeting. Otherwise, it means nothing, and the council people here and the manager here doesn't care what the citizens speak about or what their problems are. All the other cities, the MAG meeting, it's a part of the agenda. And that's what should happen here. The citizens should be part of the agenda. And damn, nobody gives a darn. Just come in, put your head down, and let it go. Nobody wants to help the citizens. Thank you.
Thank you. Franco Harbrake.
Hello, bienvenidos. My name is Franco Abre. Born and raised here in the South Phoenix area, in the Western Barrio area as well. I come here to speak on the opposition of the Loop 202 freeway, the proposed South Mountain Freeway. Yes, I mean, born and raised here. That mountain has great significance to me. You know what I'm saying? I am informed by the cacti, the coyotes, the quails. So, you know, with this malice idea of blowing up South Mountain, you know, it doesn't sit well with me at all. That's a strike against me and my family. So I came here to speak in opposition to it. You know, in a parallel struggle, I was baptized at the Sacred Heart Church, which still exists today. It's a symbol of resistance with the imposition of the growth and expansion of the airport back in the 80s. So I see that as a parallel struggle, and it's to its parishioners in the Mexican community, Chicano community, and I draw on that resistance with the struggle of the South Mountain. You know, that church is being respected currently by the city of Phoenix. I wish I wish of the city of Phoenix to respect the South Mountain as a preserve and as a sacred site to the Acoma Altum, you know, the first indigenous people of this land, this unceded, occupied land we are sitting on today. So I'd like to bring that as a parallel struggle. And I know Michael Nowakowski just left right now, and I would speak to him directly if he was here, and look at him in the face and say, you know what I'm saying, this is his area, the Levine areas, he represents that area. And, you know, how can we trust his judgment? Because he is a proponent of this, you know what I'm saying, with him, with his past of, you know, selling out communities, you know, taking photo ops and collaborating with white supremacists like Sheriff Joe. You know, how can we, you know, trust his leadership on this, you know, his decision-making on being a proponent of this freeway. And I would ask him if he was here, you know, being him a devout Catholic and a follower of the Cesar Chavez, you know, like, what does he hold sacred, and what Cesar Chavez blow up South Mountain, you know, for a thoroughfare for just freight traffic. So that's what I'll have to say. You know what I'm saying? South Phoenix rise up, Maryville rise up, Levine rise up. Yeah, we'll see you on the front lines. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Carolyn Harrison.
Thank you for the opportunity to address the City Council. I'm here for several things. I am Carolyn Harrison, and I'm a resident of District 4, Laura Pastor's district. I wanted to inform you that the Gospel Music Workshop of America concert that I mentioned the last time I was here, we did have it. It was on September 27th, the day we had the big rainstorm, but we did go through with that, and it was successful. I also want to compliment Mr. Kerry Wilcoxon, who works for the city. He was able to coordinate and complete the paving of a public sidewalk for a Maryville home resident, a homeowner, at my request, to prevent her from falling. She is now on a walker, and she was concerned about going on uneven pavement because they did not complete the pavement for the public sidewalk in front of her residence. And that was completed on September 27th, and I actually have pictures that were given to me by that. So I would like for the City Council to be aware of that and to compliment Mr. Wilcoxon. The last thing I want to talk about is I came the last time and talked about Ed Pastor, the bridge that has been erected in Ed Pastor's honor, and that there are 8 young people and 6 chaperones who will be going to D.C. November 11th as a reward for their hard work for maintaining that bridge. And I had asked the last time I was here if City Council people would support that by making a donation to that effort. I brought flyers at that time. I additionally have more flyers because there is a fundraiser that is going to be held at Garcia's Restaurant on the 24th of this month, October, which will be Friday, and I have added to the new flyers that information. The address is 2212 North 35th Avenue here in Phoenix, 85009, and the time for that fundraiser will be 5 p.m. to closing. So those of you who have not contributed, you could take that opportunity to contribute at that time. And I did talk with Ms. Shapiro, Evelyn Shapiro, who is over the Block Club, and she indicated to me that Thelda Williams did make a contribution from District 1, but she had not received any other contributions. And I hope that you all will consider it worthy to do that, because we like to compliment young people when they do something good, and this is one of those efforts.
Thanks very much. Beth Payne.
Thank you.
First of all, I wanted to say thank you for the members of council that did stay. Obviously, it's difficult for working class people to come out and address the council in the middle of the day. It is a sign of disrespect when members of the council and the mayor leave before the public get a chance to have their say. So we appreciate those of you that did stay. I came to speak about the Loop 202 extension. This freeway has been proposed since 1985. It's been through several environmental impact studies, all of which have identified historical sites that are going to be destroyed, impact on endangered species, including the bald eagle. There was a vote in 2012 by the Kimaodam that said no build on their land. It is a sign of environmental racism that ADOT is putting the proposed freeway within a half a mile of the GRIC in spite of that vote. The community has been pushing back against this freeway for all these years, and it's continuing to be pushed through. The most recent environmental impact statement came out last month, and the only negative effect to no build was that there may be a chance that in 2035, the population of Phoenix would be too high and would need the freeway anyway. That's something that could be evaluated closer to that date. With the increasing tax on the water, The water is slated to be running out, and is having to find more sources for water, including, and also with global warming increasing the temperature in the valley, it's very unlikely that population is going to continue to boom in Phoenix the way that it's slated. There are no other negative impacts to not building the freeway. There are lots of negative impacts to building the freeway. So I think that the city of Phoenix needs to address the issues that have been brought up over and over and over again for decades and not expand this freeway.
Thank you. Margaret, please. Margaret, are you here? Thank you. Cameron Fine. Cameron Fine. Oh, thank you.
Hello, my name is Cameron. I'm also here to speak out against Loop 202 extension. Numerous of the environmental studies that have come out have shown that there's a lot of ecological damage that will be caused by it. For instance, there's wild mustangs and such on the area where they're trying to build that aren't going to have another place to go. And the only thing that ADOT put in their report about what's going to happen is that those horses will adjust eventually, which with the amount of pollution, which by the way is like 9 tons of carcinogens that are being put out by this highway and the surrounding area, there's a very low chance that any of the creatures around the area will survive, and they don't have anywhere else to go. On top of that, as been spoken before, this is being built about a half-mile away from the GRIC, which has been voted no build twice now, and that close with that much pollution, it's still affecting them, and so it's like pretty disrespectful to just ignore those votes. I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say that hasn't been said already, but there's a lot of people who are against the 202, and I hope that ADOT can reconsider.
Thank you very much. Haley Ritter.
First of all, I want to say thank you to all of you for staying, of course. And also, I want to commend you on your decision to support the Complete Streets ordinance back in the spring of this year. I'm looking forward to getting the bicycle master plan in place and getting a lot more streets paved up with bike lanes in the future. I think that's a very, very important step for Phoenix to take to support younger people who don't drive cars. People like me. I have, intractable seizures all the time, so it's not legal for me to drive a car. And I thank you so much for supporting the Mayor's Commission on Disability Issues. I wish he was still here for me to thank him for that. The annual Awareness and Recognition event is coming up this Monday, and I'm very excited and honored to be there to interpret for any deaf folks that show up to this meeting. So I'm very excited about this event. I brought some flyers for you, council members, to take home with you if you wish to do so. There's only a few of them. The Phoenix spokespeople are having a lot of events coming up as well. This Sunday, October 19th, at the Historical Society, sponsored by the Historical Society in Tempe also, they're going to be having Hello Velo, which is sponsored by New Belgium Brewing Company. It's going to be a fun event. There's a list of other events coming up that the Phoenix spokespeople have put together. This is proof that our city and our young people want to see more bicycle infrastructure here. The Phoenix spokespeople are very, very dedicated to turning the city around and getting these streets lined up with bike lanes and protected pedestrian walkways so that we're not feeling safe and uncomfortable, in the heat getting around the city year-round without a car. Because, these are very, very important steps for the city of Phoenix to make economically as well, because there's a lot of people that boycott businesses because they don't have bike racks outside. These are very important things to keep in mind for all of you. And thank you all again, Laura Pastor, my district representative. You guys have all done such a wonderful job in supporting the Complete Streets Ordinance, the Bicycle Master Plan, and again, the Mayor's Commission on Disability Issues. Those are important things for me. I'm very passionate about all of these things. So thank you so much for hearing me speak today, and have a wonderful evening. I hope
Thank
to
you.
see you guys on Monday morning at this event. It's going to be really fun. There's going to be a wheelchair rugby thing going on too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Having no more cards, meeting is adjourned.